welcome to the Wood Ministry. For those of you who don't know me, my name is Rodney. So August of 2017 is when we started, and since then we have delivered, I'm guessing, roughly about 900 loads of firewood. Yeah, we were helping another ministry that was doing it based out of Hopkins Park, Illinois. And we kind of discovered and kind of realized that there was a need for that here. And we just started doing it here. And once we realized how big the need was over here, it kind of just exploded into what it is now. I want to say we deliver to about 75 to 80 different families. So what you're seeing behind me, you can see how some of this pile is gone. This is actually wood that we have split this year. And we are already digging into this year's split pile because need has been great this year, and we have already gone through what we split last year, which would have been for this year. The wall that you see there is what was there. That was our split pile last year, which is gone. What we have this year is only about a third of what we had last year. We are behind in our split this year, which is why our need is so great to have volunteers come out. We do our splits on the first Saturday of every month. We start at about 8 o'clock in the morning, and we split till roughly about noon. And then we usually have a meal afterwards. Usually that meal is provided by somebody that has donated their time to make us a very delicious meal usually. Yeah, so there's many different jobs out here. Splitting obviously is something that can be done. Running a hydraulic handle is something that can be done. Just pitching the split wood onto the pile that has been split already. Picking up logs and putting them on the splitter to be split. The guys that are cutting, obviously, if you know how to run a chainsaw, helping with chainsawing, or just moving the logs that are cut and moving them off of the tables is another job that can be done. A lot of the bigger stuff I move with the grapple on my loader or my skid steer, so that makes that job easier sometimes. Yeah, otherwise, even somebody to cook us a very delicious meal is very, very helpful. Usually we are very hungry when we get done after a morning of splitting, so we have a lot of fun. We joke around. Sometimes we get a little friendly competitions going, who can make the bigger split pile out of the different crews that we have going out here. Yeah, we just usually have a lot of fun. So. I can remember we were delivering to a guy that he had lost his job, and he had a very nice house, and he was doing everything that he could to keep his house. And actually, during the wintertime, he had shut off all of his electricity and no heat, no water, no nothing, and was doing everything he could to try and keep his house. And this was his only source of heat. In the wintertime, he had shut everything off to other rooms in the house, and this was his only way of being able to keep the house was by getting this firewood. And we helped him in other ways too, whenever we possibly could. And he ended up losing the house, but we were able to keep him in that house for another couple of years while he still tried to make things work. I can remember a story of a lady that we were delivering to her house, and she was coming out of the bushes and she had twigs in her hands, and that was what she was going to burn to try and stay warm. And when she realized that we were delivering actual firewood for her to burn, she burst into tears. Those are the kind of stories that you don't get to see every day, and you don't get to hear about every day, but that's the kind of reality of what's really happening. People really do need this firewood.